Okay, hello, my darlings. It's Michaela. So, I just thought to share a little reality check around how much weight it's really possible to gain for one holiday. And the reason why I thought to share this is because I had this conversation with a current fat burner who, checked in with me and told me, like, Michaela, my clothes have been looser as of Wednesday, but that's probably different after Thursday and Friday, after Thanksgiving and the day after. And so, what I shared with him, which is what I want to share with you, is how much you actually need to eat to gain a couple pounds. And so, if you don't have the awareness that basically a pound of fat is equivalent to 3,500 calories, meaning that you need to overeat by 3,500 calories beyond the caloric requirement of your body for the day in order to gain a pound in that day, which is a lot. And like, if we want to like double down on this gentleman's belief, he thinks he might have gained 2 pounds in 2 days, which would have been an inordinate amount of food. So, true enough, over the holidays, in a month's time, 5 to 10 pounds, yes. 2 days, 2 pounds, not really. So, what I relayed back to him were these facts. Like, that's actually how many calories you need to exceed your requirements by. But the other thing that I reassured him with is the biological state that he has set up as a result of getting his body into a fat burning mode. So the reason why I'm such an evangelist about this state is because of how easy it makes life, how natural it makes weight loss or weight maintenance, because you are continually working off of fuel sources on your body that you might wish to have in smaller amounts. So not only is he wired to be working off of this extra energy, wherever it might be on his body, belly, butt, thighs, hips, whatever, back, as opposed to the sugar, the glucose that's in his bloodstream, liver, muscle cells. Let's hope we don't go there. So I talked about that with him. I reinforced the fact that, like, what we do as fat burners every dang day is I get my fat burners into doing this behavior, is to utilize something called Bulletproof Coffee, which enables this practice of intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is basically just not eating after dinner, using Bulletproof Coffee. I'll attach a call below this video. And then comfortably, not being hungry in the morning, using this substance, and then having lunch. And so what that does is it widens this window of when you're not actually really consuming food. Fat is a macro, listen to the call. I'll try and make this brief. Anyway, so you're working off of your fat stores versus the food that you're putting in your mouth. Having a snack before breakfast, before bed, eating breakfast, having a snack before lunch. Additionally, doing intermittent fasting makes your body more insulin sensitive. I'm going to talk about that in a second, which basically makes it easier to lose weight, harder to gain weight. Crazy. It's like you're like a superhero in this realm. Like you're some like otherworldly being where you can eat the same substance as someone else and actually not be impacted in the same way. And this doesn't mean like we eat like, ho-hos and ding-dongs every dang day, all day, because that would put us back in a sugar burning mode. But because we've set up our biology and we do these practices every day, most days, most of the time, the majority matters, our bodies are more insulin sensitive as fat burners. So when we eat the cake, we require less insulin to move the sugar. We're still dealing with calories, but once again, we require less insulin. Insulin is a fat storage hormone, tends to go into the belly. Plus, fat burners are very comfortable taking advantage of the primitive wiring that our bodies have in terms of benefiting from feasts, withstanding famine. So when we overeat on one day, we're typically less hungry the next day. So it's very easy and natural to dial it back, to honor our fullness. which is something that I encourage my fat burners to do all the time. Like, we start to, once we get clear of that sugar burning mode, we're listening to our bodies, which feels self-honoring and respectful, and really will never steer us wrong. So at any rate, so this element of insulin sensitivity is like this secret weapon in the realm of weight loss. And so it's something that helps health in a major way, but it is also something that affects weight loss in a major way. It makes it easier to lose weight, harder to gain weight. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm going to, so you might want to think about this. I'm going to attach another blog post that I wrote 4 the other week, just kind of gearing up for the holidays. But if that's something, so I would encourage you to check those things out. Just go back on MichaelaFolks.com, the blog, check them out. There's things that sugar burners can do. Most of them, or some of them, are much easier for fat burners to do. But there are absolutely some things that you can do regardless of your biological state, which will help you in the effort. So at any rate, I'm going to attach a bunch of things underneath this video. 5 pathways to fat loss. It's a 5-day video series if you want to understand how fat burning works. And then there's another link for Fat Burning Mastery Proper. And this is a 5-week course that is meant to take people from confused and cluttered biologically and not making much headway in terms of weight loss, struggling with stuff, dealing with lots of hunger or frequent hunger and cravings, to feeling clear about how it works, being less hungry, not having cravings, having an abundance of energy, and understanding how to make the world work for you. The holidays are here, and with that tends to come more celebration, socializing, indulgent food, alcohol, late nights. And like I said at the beginning of this video, there's typically a 5 to 10 pound weight gain that happens over this 1 month period. And the whole thing that's awesome is that that doesn't have to happen, and it doesn't have to happen simply from not participating in those activities. Okay, so that's my whole raison d'etre. My reason of being is to help people in this realm in terms of really feeling free, like how to have your cake and eat it too. And so fat burning is a very distinct way to understand how to have your cake and eat it too, and also not look like you have. Okay, so that's it. I love you. I hope this was useful. Please check those things out. Please be in touch for any reason. Okay, until next time.